Hey, what's up? So Baiken just came out, and I decided to make a quick little video on how to do a few mix-ups with her that I think are really strong. There are a lot of Baiken mix-ups that you can do with her, and there's a ton being figured out every day. But I kind of just chose about 5 or 6 that I think are really, really strong and worth doing just to get going when playing the character. So when playing her, I think the thing that everyone kind of talks about with her is her tether move and how it like sticks to them and lets you do all these crazy mix-ups. So you can do that when you throw them. It'll tether to the opponent, and then you can do some pretty crazy mix-ups with it. So I have a few recorded mix-ups. I'll show the probably most important mix-up mid-screen, I think, off a throw, question mark. There's a few, but I think this one is a good place to start, at least. So what I did there was a super jump, tiger knee, Tatami. It's pretty simple, actually. All you gotta do is just get used to doing the tiger knee input, which is down, down, forward, forward, up, forward. And you basically get a super jumping Tatami like this, and it lets you cross up. And it's safe to DPs and just really good overall. And you can also make it appear on the same side as well. Just like that. It's pretty cheap. This is a pretty basic combo that works on every character, by the way. That combos into super. I think I'm seeing a lot of combos right now that don't work on heavy characters. So that combo that combos into super there, it works on everybody. But yeah, I think this is like a good place to start with her corner mix-ups. Just get used to the input of doing the TK Tatami. And speaking of TKs, another really important thing to do with her is to use her Youzansen, which is quarter circle forward plus S in the air. You can cancel your close slash into it really low, which is a tiger knee input, you're jump canceling into it, and you get an overhead. The opponent cannot block this high, which is pretty cheap. They cannot block it. Have them on all guard. They get hit overhead. Here is a combo that you can do off of TK Youzansen that I think is pretty strong. It's a fast RC combo, works pretty far from the corner, honestly, and it's pretty stable. I'd say there's a few ranges where, you know, if you're not at the corner, you probably want to do something else. But I think it's like pretty good basic combo to get started. Yeah, you can see the inputs for it. The next mix-ups I wanted to show was in the corner, and this also works mid-screen, just to be fair. These are more throw setups. I think her throw is overall where her offense is the strongest. She has a ton of crazy setups in the corner, and I think there are at least 2 for sure you should do, and that is the high-low mix-up to do with her, and it's this. So that is the low option there. And I'm going to the wall break super. So the thing with this mix-up is after you throw the opponent, you are doing an immediate backdash. And when you're tethered to the opponent, your backdash, when, you know, normally it just is a backdash, right? But when you're tethered to them, you get this like little float, and then it lets you recover in the air and still have air actions. So you can land and go low, or you can delay your air dash and go high, just like that. And yeah, same result. You get a pretty decent combo in the corner. It's really hard to block. It's just a 50-50. Like you have to guess. The overhead is also a safe jump too, which is pretty important. So if opponent does a wake up dragon punch, you will block the dragon punch. And finally, there's this mix-up. This is Cross-Up Youzansen. Really hard to block, especially when you're looking for the high-low that I showed earlier. And when you have a 50-50 high-low established, when you throw a cross-up in there, it just becomes way too much for the opponent to look for. I think her corner offense off of her throw is just so cheap. You can also go same side like that. So she just has so many ways of mixing it up. And I think, like, if you do throw the opponent, they're very likely gonna burst you, which kind of leads me to a major problem with all these mix-ups, and it's very important to keep track of, is when your opponent has burst. If you notice, no matter where I burst, like even this part of the combo, I get a meaty that's pretty close by compared to a regular blue burst that would send them full screen. Because you're tethered to the opponent, you still get a pretty strong meaty setup. You can even get like a meaty throw if you're cognizant of it. It's really scary. So I gotta say, if you gotta run these mix-ups because they're one of the strongest things about this character, but be careful about their burst because they can, you know, just run the offense right back to you. But yeah, that was basically the video. I just wanted to show a couple mix-ups that I think that are worth doing because there's just so many, and I think these are some of the ones to at least get going with to really mix the opponents up. But yeah, thank you for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for more.